Hi, how we doing? Nice to see you, everybody who's on here already. Um, Pressure to drink at Christmas, massive, isn't it? Dim the slide bit. But don't be pressurised because it's just a nightmare, basically. I did a couple of videos today, these short ones about, people say to me, why don't you drink? Well, I can't drink. It's my death sentence. And it is for a lot of people when they get symptoms of alcohol problems and, liver issues, kidney issues, pancreatitis. But a lot of people still carry on, don't they? It's incredible to know that 90% of people won't stay sober for life. How you doing? Take care. You okay? There's a lot of people won't stay sober for life, even though they know the danger. That's a part of addiction. But something I'm not so sure. I'm thinking more the addiction side. Is it because we do follow like sheep, which is another video I did? We normalize alcohol, don't we? And most people get into it, start drinking because it's just a normal thing to do. And it ends up with too many people dying far too young. But I was in an article today, and somebody mentioned last night that most of the people in care homes, they're not there for any particular reason medically. It's because they've got lack of mobility. And alcohol can cause lack of mobility. Because if you drink alcohol, you're going to get more ill more early in life. It's as simple as that. Hi, Jonathan. So that's why when you get sober, you should exercise, and especially get some strength in your legs and stuff. Hello, Ancient. Nice to see you. Grump, sir. How are you doing? So exercise is very important. Very important with drinking. My husband is looking at darts PDC Championship now, sober at home with chips and Pepsi. Perfect. I could just eat some chips now. I mentioned that. When somebody mentions food, I didn't eat for years probably, when I was drinking. And now somebody mentions food, and I think, I've got some nice healthy food to cook later, but I think, just get some chips. Bizarre, isn't it? It's the same with Indian meals, isn't it? I fancy an Indian. And you don't really want an Indian, but you get that sort of feeling that you want something like nice to eat. Not an Indian food's nice to eat. It is nice to eat, but you never eat it all. However, I get back to it. So the pressure to drink is on you all the time because people keep asking, why don't you drink? Have been arrested, have you been done for drink drive, are you ill, all this sort of thing, are you on antibiotics? And you got to say, I don't drink because it's poison. I don't drink because I don't like it. Don't get into long debates with people, Jenny, this next fortnight is shocking for alcohol and food binging. But it's not even enjoyable after a while. Especially the drink. Because I just noticed today, funny enough, in a local, just in the local area, the shops and things, people look worn out already. They'll probably finished work Thursday or Friday, and they're already on the beer. Full on it, full on. And it takes off, isn't it? It's so true, Lenny, that, people's trolleys in the supermarkets. What the hell, You get 5 bottles. I've never bought champagne in my life. No, I don't like it. 5 bottles of champagne, 10 bottles of this red wine, 10 bottles of white wine, lots of food, and the bill's gone through £180, £215, all that hellish amount of food going down in the bin, isn't it? Hiya, taking dippers. Nice to see you. And the wastage is incredible. And you think about how much money you wasted on drink. Absolutely, it's beyond belief, isn't it? It's that song that regrets I've had a few and all that, the only regret I started to drink really, it became a total nightmare. But there you go. That's just Christmas for you. So don't feel pressurized. Feel, like I said before, it's another day. That's why I'm doing a few of these lives this week, trying to keep people steady, because it's so easy to think, I'm the only one that isn't drinking. They're not in the pub. And so you can walk past the pub and think, they're having a really good time. There's music on, nice and warm, and nice dry, and people going in you know from the local town. Fancy a pint. You've got to be really strong. Because, as you know, one will never ever be enough. And you've never done that in the past, so why start now? And the clean up after is terrible. When you drink, it's horrible, isn't it? And people go back to work, so all sorts of anxiety. You don't even when they go back to work. But I just thought of death. People look scruffy, they look worn out already, like I said. Because probably a lot of people, I worked a lot of Christmas because I was in the police, but a lot of people will have 2 weeks off. That's Christmas Day, Thursday, isn't it? got 2 weeks off and think, well, I'm just going to go on a drink. No problem. I'm just going to have a night in tomorrow. Then I'll be able to get back on the booze again tomorrow night. And that's so it starts, you see. And I can remember, I still worked most of the ones when I was working. I didn't really bother me. I was a heavy drinker anyway. But as I got older, I used to hit me more Christmas time. Everyone was going. You felt pressurised, didn't you? I had a couple of years off it here and there, and it is a hard time. But you've got to look after yourself. And you get all these questions: why don't you drink Christmas? Just have one for Christmas. You've never done it in the past. You have to feel really, really good about yourself for being sober, and enjoy the fact that you are sober and you're healthy, getting healthy again at least. Drink it and the clean up. When I stopped drinking, I had 2 big bags full of empty bottles to put in the bin. Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? All these bottles in the supermarkets, cans and this and that, all going to be disposed of somewhere. You hear the skips, don't you, after Christmas? Clanking all the bottles. Others who are in denial probably think Christmas is great as it allows a legitimate excuse to go all out and get polluted drunk. I like that word, polluted drunk. Then drink well into January as it's so dull, always an excuse. Of course there is. Then February because it's cold. Then March, I just drink. It's springtime. There's always an excuse to drink. But this time of year is particularly bad for problem drinkers. I think winter time in general. There's generally something to do in the summer. You've got some outlet. You go for walks. You have a hobby, cycling, fishing, swimming, whatever. In the winter, you're very restricted in the UK, aren't you? And I've also got friends who moved abroad and they're now dead because they went to Spain. A lot of them. I'm talking about a while ago, maybe 20, 25 years ago, when Spain was the place to retire to, really, especially if you got a bit of early retirement money. And then the beer was so cheap, you sit there at 10 o'clock in the morning and drank themselves to death. Not not deliberately, but it's just the way the habit takes over and how it becomes an addiction, and you think, I might just have another one. Sometimes when you feel rough, you think, I'll just have another one, try and make me feel better. But you never feel better, do you? You always feel worse. It's just a vicious cycle. You get the anxiety, so hair of the dog. I've just put a video earlier, early doors, the first drink. You will see people in pubs at 7 and 8 in the morning. Or 9 o'clock. You have the early doors pubs as well for shift workers, but I'm talking about places like Wetherspoons who open here early. They have regular problem drinkers in there every single day. I mean, I know that's one of the staff. You can see it yourself, can't you? People in there are just in there all day. And it's cheap, isn't it? Parachute, a lot of people suffer with seasonal depression. Yeah, they do, man. Yeah, seasonal affective disorder. The dark nights and cold days make it easy to excuse yourself to have a drink. It's a huge problem in British culture. I totally agree, Parachute. It's a good message on the Parachute sounds the last comment there. It's very true. I believe in that. I think I suffered a bit of that myself. It's so easy to just pop and get a few cans. You can even get them delivered now. Then you're back in the drinking phase, aren't you? You can't control it. You feel rough. Then you're, back to square one again. Have another hair of the dog. The problem is that I would say the early doors thing. I've done it myself a lot. It's the most dangerous drink. But if you have one and you're a problem drinker, that first couple of pints, the effect of that's soon going to wear off. You're going to slip into withdrawal again. The whole day and the whole next night, you're trying to fight the withdrawal. The thing I picked on the other day, the drink, it's Belgian culture also. Those bins are full of empty bottles in the winter. Always, it's strange, isn't it? Dark nights, cold weather. But when I see cans of beer now, I just see cans of headaches. That's the best way. I see illness and sickness and being in hospital. That sort of thing. It's not good, is it? Somebody mentioned the other day, and I believe in this, I never worked really 9 to 5. I did now and again. But if you'll come home from work, have a meal, have a few drinks, your body should be resting a bit then. But what you're actually doing when you've had a few drinks, you're starting your body off on a big work schedule again, especially your liver, because you're trying to process all that poison. So your liver's working overtime and your body's working overtime. So you're not actually getting any rest. This is why you get better sleep when you're sober. You get more rest, you get more relaxed because your body's relaxing. It's not relaxed when you have to process a bottle of wine or, in my case, a gallon of beer. That's the problem. I think that's a good view, Blackstone. I will think so too now. Yeah, look at alcohol as poison. You wouldn't go up and drink paint thinner, would you? I've had a skeleton cross on it where it said poison on the bottle. You wouldn't drink it. Simple as that. Then I get it though. Some families are so dysfunctional and unfixable. Christmas is a nightmare. It's stressful for a sober person. All this aggro. I agree. I agree. A lot of drinking is socially now linked, or anybody can fall foul of addiction. But when there's not much money around, you get domestics, get people thrown together. It's going to get worse. This, believe you me, with AI, it's going to get a lot worse. The drinking problem is starting to escalate massively because it's the highest unemployment rate we've ever had. I know the government banging about get a job, all this. Where are the jobs? People can't even get a job in a supermarket now because it's mainly self-service tills. There aren't many jobs for semi-skilled or even unqualified people, and they're all going to be automated. Even at the higher end, shall we say, I don't like using that, but you're talking about solicitors, media people. All of this is going to be automated very soon. So your middle earners to high earners, they'll be replaced as well. Look how many banks have closed. The more people are unemployed, the poorer they get, the more the drinking will increase. And it's just about to explode with the NHS. I know that for a fact. I know that younger people are getting in the drinking trap much younger than the past. I'm not saying 16, 17, 18, I'm about, the late 20s, 30s. They're starting to present now with huge problems, health problems, particularly cirrhosis. Ancient, I am making freshest greenery water from salts to sweetness for my tribal people living in summer hot tropical island. Yeah, oldest man from child to teen adult with 2 wives. Okay. Ms. Wigan, evening all. I've had a great day in the forest hunting. So much better than Hereford. Of course it is. Yeah. What have you been hunting for? Blessing all. AI is already creeping into writing lots of legal documents for contracts. Yeah, exactly. Estate agents, gone. Assistants, gone. A lot of legal stuff, as you say. Parachute, I wonder what you think about the history of British social clubs. On one hand, they provided a community hub. On the other hand, they facilitated incredible amounts of alcohol addiction. The number of clubs was huge in the northeast when I lived up there. Well, I live here now again, but when I lived in my teenage years in Newcastle area in Northumberland, then I went to London after that. There weren't as many. Social clubs were massive, weren't they? They were like the Wetherspoons. They were cheap and cheerful. But you're right there. That sounds fun. Hunting in the forest. Yeah, the social clubs tended to be older people. They had a lot of weak beers, back in the day. They weren't these 8 and 9% things. So I don't know if that caused that many alcoholics, but may have done. But it was certainly a place where a lot of people went every night. That in itself's a problem. With AI, I mean, we will get on a self-flying airplane soon. You never know. We've got drones, haven't we? So I know that they're testing the self-drive taxis and the self-drive buses. I was in London the other day, and there's quite a lot of the underground now, which is, driverless trains. Would you trust an aeroplane flying from AI instructions? Would you trust a pilot who's got domestic issues? There's all these sort of things. But I don't know. It's going to have to be fail-safe, isn't it, somehow? I'm just going to throw people in the air. Then again, why they're doing it with taxis? It's just there's more chances down on the road than there is in the air, isn't it? Then he 7514. They will try to normalise this until there is an accident. Yeah, there's lots of accidents without any mechanical or robotic function, isn't there? There's a lot of people fall asleep at the wheel. A lot of people use mobile phones. A lot of people speed. So I think it will actually keep people safer. I'm not on about the planes yet. I'm on about the roads. I've been a computer programmer for 25 years now. Traditionally a highly skilled job. AI is coming for my role. I think my career has a bleak future. I agree, unfortunately. I think a lot of people are going to be out of work. The only people who are definitely going to survive, even medics. But medicine will be fine. Care homes, social work, police, fire. Where you're going to be hands-on, just listen. Maybe tradesmen, that sort of thing. Red Deer. Okay. Bloody hell. Where is that, Miss Wigan? Miss Wigan. Some computer programmer should be a secure job for future. No way. I'm not sure. It depends what happens. The AI, I mean, I use it as an amateur. But it's incredibly fast and accurate, isn't it? And I mean, I'm only a tiny, tiny person here in the world, but these companies can use it. The military can use it. So there's going to be a lot of job losses in the next 5 years, even less next two. You just watch what happens. You got shops now. I think Amazon have got shops now, haven't it? Where you just walk in. There's no security. There's not well, there want maybe security, but there's no staff. So there's no staff in Asda after 8 o'clock. Really, there's a few people, but not a lot. The AI will make one computer program do the job of 10. They will cut off numbers massively. I agree, 100%. Same as the shops, isn't it? I mean, I'm looking at a different side of it here, and that will push people into unemployment. That will push people into poverty, which will push people into drinking and other drugs. But alcohol is the cheapest one, isn't it? Alcohol is the easiest one to get a hold of, and it's so easy to push yourself, be pushed into that, because most people drink anyway. They're just going to drink more. Lenny, if you've been on the drink hard for years, the average age for a man to die is 47 to 53. Scary thought. I agree, Lenny. Terrible figures. Hello, John. How are you doing? I see you. Neil Hughes. Hi, Neil. Hope you're all well. Yeah, so, AI is coming in. Poverty is going to be high. It's bad enough now. I mean, in a few years' time, it's going to get worse and worse and worse. And it's going to get to the point where people will not be able to function. So there you go. You've got what I'm trying to say here overall is it's a survival of the fittest. It always has been, in a way. That's good, Neil. But it is now paramount that your sobriety is your priority, if that makes sense. Then also, women who consume wine are more at risk of breast cancer. Why is this? I don't know. It contributes to a lot of cancers, alcohol. This is a stark figure from the British Liver Trust, which is that in the last 5 years, women dying of alcohol-related liver disease, particularly, not just other things, not the cancers, not the heart attack, alcohol-related liver disease has increased 35%. That's huge, isn't it? 35% increase in alcohol-related liver disease. Absolutely incredible. I hope you benefit from these lives, especially towards Christmas. Take a bit of doing. If you want to drop a super thanks in, please do, or buy me a coffee. Any support will help to grow the channel and support it and keep all these lives and videos going at full pelt, really. Yeah, it's interesting about the women, isn't it? But traditionally, women didn't drink. I think a lot of the problem now is the fact that drinks are much stronger than even when I started. Now I got into a mess quite quickly. And I did a little video the other day. These Western ciders and things like that, they're 8 and 9%. I used to drink lots of cheap vodka and beer in the pub. Yeah, well, it was beer for me. I never really went into spirits. I did try. It didn't do anything for me. So I was a bit of a problem, really, trying to hide lots of bottles and cans. It would be much easier if I just drank vodka, wouldn't it? Whiskey or something, but I didn't like it. Ancient, any radiation, chemical, any radiation also reason many things. Yeah, I don't know what that means. Dan Hemsworth, Merry Christmas, Stephen. Blessings on to you, Dan. Hope you're well. So yeah, pressurize to drink, keep off it. Is the main thing. You must get exercise. Well, like I said, a lot of people who are suffering in these care homes, that's not because they're medically unfit. It's because they're immobile. You've got to get yourself strong again. Chromie, sorry. I just wanted to drop in. I was hit by nostalgia with Susan. What was that, Chromie? Let me know. Elon Musk about to become the first trillionaire. Really? Wow. It's incredible, isn't it? What's he going to do with all the cash, though? He still doesn't seem very happy. Bit of a loose cannon, isn't he? Bit of a loose cannon. Him and Trump together. And the Epstein. There's a lot of news, isn't it? Let me know, Crow, what this nostalgia is, please. Many people have hidden struggles too. My mate died this year after 30 years of drinking. He was 47. Imagine if he never started at 17, where would he be in life exactly? Where would we all be if we hadn't drank? A little bit older than a lot of people on here. And I feel better now than I did when I was 33 because I don't have any brain fog. I don't have any feeling of, I feel terrible. I've got lots of energy. I eat well. I can do some exercise. I'm free of the booze. Free. And if you're free of the booze, then you've got a lot of freedom in your life, Gas person. Hello, Steve. Just wanted to drop in and say hi and give my thanks to you for hiring me and my gas bill company to do works and run down a flat. This room looks so much nicer than the one before. I can't remember who you were. Was that a while ago? Gas person. Maybe it must be a long time ago. About 6 years ago, because this flat, it had bloody rats in it. Terrible, isn't it? When I was drinking too much, wasn't eating properly. Had terrible anxiety. Couldn't open the door. It was just my life was just totally opposite what it is now, really, but worse, if that makes sense. See, that is the rat people troll. This is the rat people. Yeah, you're probably right. Just think there wasn't a gas person in here. Anyway, the trolls. What do they exist for? These troll people. And where did they get the name troll? Because they're ugly little things or something. It's not really something I came across until I started this about 18 months ago or something. And the comments just made me laugh so much. They try and be clever, but fucking hell, try and take me on. Wankers, aren't they? There's a couple of these things. You know that Rick from Sober Store? He gets these wankers coming on. He doesn't know how to deal with them. I know how to deal with them. Where you're not afraid of those rats? No, I tell you. It's people that can cause your own rats. They bite you. It was at the end of it all. It was in the last few months before I was taken to hospital for 2.5 years. They never returned to the rats. It was all refurbished things. So it's a different storyline. But it just shows how quick you can go down in life. I was maybe 1 or 2 weeks off dying, maybe a couple of months of being on the street. Fortunately, I had an income, which I still got, that kept me from stressing about money. Otherwise, I would have been dead. Raymond, 6 years, no drinks, blood pressure normal, fantastic blood work, especially liver enzymes, all normal, no medication. If I can do it, you can do it. Well said, Ray. Excellent message. Excellent message. Well done, Ray. Into a cat and dog left to play still with rat. I think we'll get rid of this. The ancient person. Bit of an idiot, isn't he? That's good. So yeah, keep focused, keep strong, keep plodding away. Keep yourself in this mindset of my sobriety is the most important thing in my life. Because if you do go back to boozing, you won't be here long. And somebody pointed out that heavy drinkers have a very, very short lifespan. You cut your lifespan by 25, 30 years. But if you're regularly drinking, and it's amazing how many people I know. I looked at it in the past. They're quite sensible people. These who they're drinking again, even when they've been told not to, and they've had problems. Drinking. Congratulations, Ray. Keep on going. Yeah, you've done really well. 6 years, same as me actually, Ray, which is good, isn't it? It seems to have flown over because you're feeling better. Thanks, John. That's really good. Really appreciate that. John just dropped a super chat in there. Some drinks have got stronger, mostly the foreign stuff. But most beers in the UK have got weaker over the last few years, apparently. Oh, thanks. That's interesting, John. Thanks so much for that super chat and support. We'll all go towards keeping the channel, going and getting more content out there. That's interesting that it's become weaker. Yeah, see, I haven't drank that much. Well, the last 20 years, I drank for 5, if that makes sense, or for 8. Then I drank for a while, and then I've been off again. So I didn't know it would come down any weaker, but it's interesting. This Western sink seems to be a lot of people drinking that Western cider. And obviously, you've got all these alcohol pops and still, and they're coming back. People drink spirits. But even if you just drink a few pints, you can still get into a mess. Thanks again, John. Appreciate that. Raymond, thank you for this channel and everyone who supported me, encouraged me. Yeah, keep going. You got to keep going. We're here to help everybody. That was why I started the channel. I don't want anybody to get to the point that I was in, which is near death, to be fair. I was in such a mess, physically, mentally. But anxiety was my problem initially. I felt very anxious about life. Everything was a problem, This isn't good. Tosh, how are you doing? Hello, everyone. Good evening to you and Steve as well. Looking sharp as always. Thanks, Tosh. Hope you're okay, and hopefully about to enjoy a sober Christmas. Food will taste better. You'll be better. You'll be able to drive. Let's be able to pick people up. You do what you want. You won't have to be tied to it. Oh, God, I need to drink. I need to have some beer in the fridge. I need to have some spirits, whatever you're gonna drink, hidden away. I need to go somewhere, like visiting family. I need to hide all the booze. I need to eat mince. I need to cough and open a bottle in the bedroom. All this carry on that you have to do. I used to go and visit my parents. Mum's still alive, and I would have to carry this rucksack in. I'd come from London with my ex-wife and clanking bottles. I used to put bottles inside socks that wouldn't clank. And my father would say, "You've had a drink, haven't you?" No, 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 no. He knew. He was next cover anyway. Crazy. Died a drink. Hello, Steve. Our company, the day that you stopped drinking, our stock plummeted after we stopped receiving your large orders. We might have to close soon. If I want to try us again, that's a good dial drink. I like that. Yeah, it was about, when was that? 7 years ago. I was getting slab after slab of this Stella Artois. I don't know why I said Artois. You know what Stella is. Because I thought I was going to run out. That's how bad the anxiety was, And there was 48 slabs in the end, How mental was I going? My mind was just destroyed with it. I don't know how it's come back to normal, semi-normal, really. I just couldn't function. John, the breweries are getting tax cuts if their beer is only 3.5. So somebody's working behind the scenes in here, aren't they? Then again, like you say, John, you get foreign beers, which is twice as strong, right? Any man at work on dialysis 3 times a week as he's 64. He gets drinking hard now. Regrets are pointless. He's alive, but he needs a liver. Jesus. So he's waiting very orange from bad liver function. That's terrible, isn't it? He's still working. Jesus. I think last year I always went to the garage at my mother's house. There was lots of booze. This year I ain't going to do that. No. Keep out your mother's garage. It's amazing how you can hide stuff. Some of the places, I put some in Ebbing Forest in a black bin in a hole. Can you imagine if I got caught as a policeman, a by policeman? What are you taking a fucking hole for? Sorry to swear, but it's mad, isn't it? I knew a bloke who used to put in black bin, I had to put in the pond, put in guttering in the back of cars, in the spare wheel. Ingenious. And some people actually put it in the bath panels. So if you think you know a secret drinker, that's where they're gonna hide it, isn't it? But you only yourself's going to stop. You can't be told to stop. The amount of people that told me it was dangerous, and I just kept on. I knew it was dangerous, but I never thought that it would happen to me, that I would get seriously ill, because I always thought it would happen to somebody else. Because I know a lot of people who drink more than me, who seem all right, but when they get tested or when they have a heart attack suddenly, then they're not, because it will catch up with you. 12. I actually had a dream with you yesterday. Any good? The dream? Were we on the drink? I hope not. I used to get a few dreams, thinking, God, I'm back in the booze, and wake up thinking, God, I feel all right. Panic, isn't it? It's funny that you're gonna pass out with me, or you've started drinking again. It's really quite frightening, Blackstone, there was an Irishman who used to have a cycle over a mountain to visit a woman every fortnight. He had bottles of whiskey in the rocks along the route. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I did hide some in the hedges in Epping Forest because we lived near the main road. You know where the Bell Hotel has been unused a lot. We lived just about 200 yards down from there, near Rod Stewart's mansion. We only had a little tiny house, but anyway, I used to put it in the hedge there, and I used to know the route because it's a bit cut through the grass where people used to walk about. Sometimes got nicked. Then he wants to work as it keeps him busy. And I think about the situation, I suppose. He has a wife and daughter who love him and want him around a bit longer. People think 64 is miles away. I'm 63. 64 in a few weeks. It soon comes down. This is another thing when you're drinking and you're younger. It might come off for a while and you think you're fit again and you get complacent. Oh, I'm strong, I can drink. But you can't. You can't drink again. Like I said, this video I did today, I cannot drink again. It's as simple as that. Because if I have one, it will lead to more. And that's the reason I stay sober. Plus, I don't want to let people down. You've got to have this mantra in your head. You're not going to drink. And that's it. It's not that difficult, is it? You're not going to have your leg chopped off or a brain operation. All you got to do is get your glass and think, I'm not going to drink that. I don't even pour the drink out. Lucy, I appreciate you. I'm under my sister's YouTube account. Very good advice. I buried mine in gardens and forgot location. Yeah, me too. I've been through the same hell as yourself. I had a swollen stomach. Horrible, isn't it, Lucy? Dreadful. Keep sober. Tony, I had to stop drinking because of my behaviour. Well, it's another thing. I was fortunate with that. I was a bit not daft, but I never got any problems with it. I was quite a happy sort of person. My personality didn't change. I just think I just drank a bit too much, and it caught up with me. I'm very much of an overthinker, and that didn't help. Do you get? It's a full-time job being on the booze. It is. It's a full-time job plus overtime. You turn into a double, treble agent with all the thought that goes into the seat. It. If all of us put as much effort into running a business as we did drinking and hiding the drink and all the rest of it, then we'd be millionaires. I guarantee. Guarantee. Because it takes a lot of time to plan the booze, to get on the booze. Recovery time is massive. All those days we learn about like a loppy dog, and oh, so tired. Most of the guys who used to drink would say, I'm tired, I'm tired, I'm tired. Some don't even work. They're always tired. They've always got a cold. They're always coughing, you know. Name is Michael Joe. Name is Michael Joe, sir. My dad was a publican and an alcoholic, being what well. Oh, right, I see, unfortunately. Well, that happens to a lot of publicans, that doesn't it? It must be so easy, you see. Thanks, Lucy. Why do you upload identical videos under different names? I don't have any different names, to be honest. Different names. You mean the title slightly different? That is the reason. Is that what you mean? Not different names. Blackstone, because he has thousands of videos, most people have not seen. Yeah, I've got you. Yeah, there's nearly 2,000 videos, which is a massive back catalogue, and a lot of people haven't seen them. But it's up to me, isn't it, to love it? If you don't like it, you don't need to be here. Tony, I was drinking for 3 straight, no sleep, and doing cocaine. I blacked out, ended up screaming naked, stood outside boots in the middle of the day. Jesus Christ. It gets you, doesn't it? It's horrendous. Lenny, I made a complete fool of myself this year, and people still remember. It's mortifying. Let us know what that is, if you don't mind sharing that, Lenny. Tony sounds a bit of a nightmare for you there, mate. Yeah, exactly what happened. Drinker, my rock bottom was to fall into a river. Jesus Christ, I was drunk. A child tried to get me out. He asked a fisherman to pull me out. I came home all wet, clothes on the floor, smelling like sewer. Could have drowned though, you know. It's the thing, isn't it? Could have drowned. That's the problem with all of this. You've got not just to live, you've got heart attacks, strokes, cancers, accidents, suicide, people getting depressed, all this sort of thing. Road accidents, all of these things. People getting into fights, murders. Most homicides, 50 to 60% of them are under the influence of alcohol or some substance. Most crime is linked to alcohol. I'm talking about, especially public order. But it's all, it must be government receipts, otherwise it would have been bad. It's got to be. Don't know, wow, falling in a river, pissed, is so proper dangerous. The age of one mouthful and you're done, aren't you? 100%, John. Old-fashioned coffee pot. I took the job over the holidays on night shift. Night shift, a safeguard to avoid the Christmas party scene. My duties are foot patrol several times a night to aid my son Bill. I took the job over the holidays on night shift. Safeguard to avoid the Christmas party scenes. Right. My duties are a foot patrol several times a night to aid and your son Bill minus 20. Jesus. Thanks a lot. Well, but you're asking stupid for questions. I agree, Blackstone. Let's get rid of this to bother. He's all liver on. I bother with idiots. I'm got time. He's gone as well. I can't be on with stupid comments. People want to be a serious subject. This. Thanks, Blackstone, for that. He is being annoyed. He comes on the channel sometimes as one thing. Why bother? The reason we're here is to get well. And it's too embarrassing that he even mentions it. Just have a little snippet. No, but I understand some things are private. I agree with that. But it does take you down. It takes your mind down. It will actually, it's very debilitating. It used to make me very vulnerable as well. Especially at the end when I was very ill. I'd been a really strong man. And, suddenly I was being pushed around by porters in the hospital. Tony, I want to have a drink so bad I miss it. You won't miss it when you lie in the hospital and the doctor says you might be going to die in 24 hours, or you have to go to intensive care. You know what I'm saying? Hope you benefit from these lives. If you do, please support the channel by hitting the super chats button or buy me coffee link. Any support we get will help us to make more videos and do more lives. Us, well, me, isn't it? Tony, rat people, hi Steve, how you doing? Is that another rat troll person? It does make me laugh. These people got time to come on here. I'm pushed for time to do this, and these people they must go through all of these different channels, you know. Rat people, I don't understand why I got banned before for no reason. I don't know who you are. Thank you. It's full-time job. How long a day? How long is a day in life? Oh, like, yeah, it's just full-time job. It's one big long day. It never ends. I had swollen stomach and like you, navel hernia. It burst in A&E. Jesus Christ. Well, but mine's split in at home. Did you have it stitched up and all, Lucy? Anyway, Lucy, this is a good one for you. Did you have a TIPS procedure at all? If anybody's had any fluid, have a look at this. That's the one I had put in. It's like a little shunt to put in your liver to open up the pole vein. And it's here for you, Tony. Don't drink, please. No. Leave it alone, Tony. Richard, I'm ashamed to say that I have had police issues only when I was drunk. Exactly, yeah. It seems to change my personality sometimes if people press my buttons. It's a terrible drug that should be banned. Well said, Richard, but it never will be. You know, it's just it's a mind-altering drug and it causes so many social issues. Rat people, I'm not linked to any trolls or goblins, okay. But put something on that's decent, at least a bit relevant, and you won't get banned because we're into banning you. I haven't got time for piss takers, if that makes sense. You know, it's a serious subject. People are dying, and they died of it. A lot of people in the air have problems. I don't know where cars is. Yeah, have a look at this TIPS. It's called transjugular something port. I thought it's pretty some sort of shunt anyway. But your liver, when it gets worse, your liver will shrink, and the portal vein gets high pressure, high blood pressure. Really, that's what causes the ascites and a lot of problems. Go back to Lucy Lou there. I don't know how your kidneys are now. It can cause problems with your kidneys as well. So you've got to be very careful. It doesn't matter what you drink; it's all poison in the end. Lucy, thank you. I had a drain of stomach. Bless you again. I leave you in peace. No, stay here if you want. Yeah, I was getting drained every couple of days at one point because mine was really nip and tuck, you know. That's what can happen to you. So I've got ex-mates, as it were, in the pub who will say, "Oh, I'm not drinking that much." You know. That's it. Dancing fruity. Transient pathetic hepatic shunt. That's the one. Rat from Steve's flat. Hello, Steve. Since you asked for more, I talk about your opinion on rat race. Oh, God, just get rid of him. Can somebody get rid of this prick rat from Steve's flat? God. Newcastle Well really makes me miss drinking after the job. When I drink, get rid of rat from Steve's flat and rat people. Nothing to do with rats. Good lad. Cheers, man. Tony, when I drank, I would lose my inhibitions and I got in trouble for sexual assault. That's not good, Tony, is it? I know what you're saying. Not good. Thanks, John, for doing that. Yeah, it's dangerous, isn't it? From a criminal point of view, from an ethical point of view, moralistic, you know. It's mind-altering, isn't it? Some people get affected. I didn't get affected like that. Mine was, I really enjoyed going to the pub after a late turn, say 10:30, having a few pints and getting the underground. Thinking, oh, you know, I'm doing well. I'm in the middle of London, I have a good job. And, you know, I came from a small town in Northumberland, and then I was like in the bright lights of London. I used to associate with quite a glamorous life in a way. I wasn't well off or anything, but I used to like the buzz of London, being around Mayfair, and it just was a good stimulant for me, I think, really. And it used to calm my brain. Most alcoholics have got a very active brain. I don't really need that drink to calm my brain a little bit and to settle us down, I suppose, is the best way of putting it. But certainly, you know, it's a dangerous thing and it needs to be avoided. And we all know what to do. And in the words of Paul Gascoigne, don't pick up the first drink. I don't know if I've been to AA. I did AA twice. It wasn't suitable for me, but I do remember them pushing this, don't have the first drink. And that's all you got to do. It's simple, isn't it? On paper, it's simple. But it seems simple, isn't it? It's not that easy. And stay away from, Another thing I've learned as well in the time of being sober, this time round, is to get rid of negativity in your life. Anybody tries to put you down. Thanks, John. Yeah, Bill Gaza. He's still going, isn't he? Keep away from negativity. Get away from stupid people. Get away from what I would call silent haters, because people love to see you down. If people are down, they want to see people are further down. If that makes sense. Um, you know, as you know, have you thought about trying CBD? I haven't. My daughter mentioned it. I'm not really into that. I think I've calmed down enough now. I'm sort of busy enough. My life's busy with other things now, so I can actually, you know, relax a bit. But CBD, my daughter mentioned that. I think another time I fell off a bar stool and they called. Ended up in the hospital about knowing where I was. Funny enough, on Wednesday I was in London with my daughter, my grandson, and her partner. I walked past a pub called John Snow. It's a Samuel Smith pub just at the top of Berwick Street Market. If you know so, you know where it is. And I lived a little while in Trenchard House, which is a police section house. And I was so ill with a drink. We were going for early morning drinks, so they didn't open till 11. I walked in 11 o'clock. And you get that smell in the morning of a pub, it's like disinfectant, isn't it? Anyway, I was feeling terrible. I thought, I'm going to have to drink. I was shaking. Like roughly like that. Not too bad, but just saying. I got the pint and I had about half of it. It was freezing cold. It was a winter's day. And I was sick all over the table. It's so embarrassing, isn't it? All these sorts of things happen. Now I can just go in and have an alcoholic beer or a Coke or something. It tastes so much better. Not staggering around with a newsagent trying to find out what day it is. That's how bad I got. To the rock bottom of life, And I said if I would have been on the streets and probably died if I hadn't had a little bit of income just to keep my bills going. You've got to be very thankful of being here. I am anyway. That's why I'm always smiling, really. I mean, some people say, why didn't you smile in the videos? But it's not a laughing subject. As a person, I'm very happy to be sober. I wasn't happy when I was drinking. Not to the depths that I drank anyway, or to the lengths and the amount I was drinking. I've still got lots of friends who will just go for a gallon at lunchtime. They call it a gallon of beer. I'll just go for a gallon. 8 pints, isn't it? Gallon of beer, 8 pints. Crackers, man. And yeah, it's quite normalised. And I've got another mate who said, oh, I've got a bit of a problem with the booze, he said. And I've known him for years. He does a bit of work at a rugby club. And I said, how much are you drinking on a weekend? He said, 25. I thought, well, that's like, what, 8 a day? Roughly 24, 25? He said 25 is not bad, really, for a lad your size, and he's quite fit, He said, no, 25. I meant the weekend, 25 a day. 75. And I wasn't far off that. Because I had more than one drain too, very unpleasant. First couple of scary, as you're aware. And I'd got less, so glad you're okay. Disinfecting indeed, and ashtrays and booze, maybe I'm showing my age at 46. You know exactly what you mean. Horrible places, pub in the morning, aren't they? But I mean, I can go in and have a Guinness Zero now. My life's different. I'm not associating my life with the drink. When you're a heavy drinker, your whole life is alcohol, isn't it? You think about alcohol all the time. God, I feel rough. I need to get finished work so I don't have another drink. All this sort of crap. If you'd like to drop a super chat in to support the channel, please do. Or buy me a coffee links on the right there. It all helps us keep going and producing lots of videos. I said there's nearly 2,000, which is a lot of content. And somebody asked earlier about why I repost. It's because a lot of people haven't seen them. Because I've got just on 16,000 subscribers now. TK, the Jon Snow was my mum's work local. I was at the film studio. She worked. Oh, yeah, I know. We walked past there. You see, you never know who you're going to meet, do you? And yeah, it's still going strong, the Jon Snow. There's a lot of Samuel Smith's pubs in Central London, isn't it? So Christmas time it's nearly over, isn't it? In 4 days' time, it would be Christmas Eve evening. Sorry, Christmas Day evening, so it'll be over. Thank God for that, as people would say. It doesn't bother me because I don't drink. And I don't have any pressure to drink. People will still say, why don't you just have one? Because they're just taking the piss, I think. No, I won't. NF, how are you doing? I hope you're well. Good, yeah. Everybody's good as far as I can see. Got rid of a couple of idiots who are pretending to be something to do with rats, but I don't know how they've got the time to do this. They sit on here and troll through channels and put stupid things on. I mean, Jesus Christ, it's busy enough life without that, isn't it? The world's got loads of problems. There's lots to do. You've got to look after yourself. You've got to exercise. You've got to eat. You've got to clean the place. You've got to keep an eye on people in your life. And you want to just go on the internet. I haven't got the skill or the time to put stupid things in people's fucking posts. John, I fell asleep in a pub toilet about 20 years ago in a cubicle about 10:30. I actually went in there. I woke up and wondered where the hell I was, wondering at the toilet. And all the alarm went off. Jeez, when you were on the toilet, the alarm went off. Crackers, isn't it? These things were done. Anybody else had some terrible things. I woke up a couple of times in Epping Forest, just blanked out, completely out of it. I imagine a lot of people have woken up in some very strange places. Hi, I'm Mohes. Thank you. Thank you for being here. Nice to see you. Hope you're okay. Like I said, Christmas will be over soon. The pressure will be off, and what you need to do then is focus on. You've got to focus on your sobriety every day. Not focus. I mean, don't make it your own day bloody job. But your sobriety has to be a priority if you're a heavy drinker, if you're a problem drinker, because you're going to soon go back to it. And when you go back to it, I don't mean soon go back to it. If you do hit it again, it'll take over your life worse again. So just keep your sobriety. Then you got to clean your teeth. Make sure you're sober. But make sure you're sober before you do anything. Make that your priority every single 24 hours. Then you see some people that can't see another way to live. They're in the pub more than the flat. I totally agree, Lenny. Yeah, I totally agree. Mainly single fellas, aren't they? John, it was like 4 a.m. when I woke up. Then I couldn't get out of the pub, obviously. Then the police turned up and thought I was breaking. Jesus Christ. Can lead to all sorts of problems. Drinking leads to a whole world of trouble, doesn't it? Then you drinking home is another nightmare, hiding in your house. Yeah, I did that in the end. I couldn't get out. I've always been really social. And so my partner will say, what are you doing? Do you walk in the streets again? By that, she means going out. I can't stand sitting. I've never been a TV person. I've never been a reader. I always work long hours, socialise long hours. And I've never been a sort of sit around person, you know. And if Walking Cells didn't know what I'd done, drunk disorderly, Section 5. Yeah, it's easy done, isn't it? Easy done. I wasn't far from that a couple of times. I was never really disorderly. I was just a bit staggery, as it were. But I used to go at the pub, sometimes in Epping, cycle down to the pub. I would never walk. I shouldn't say. Never cycle back. It's not too much drink, you see. The draw of the pub and live music and things. Trinker 1 to 3. You can see it in the morning. They are waiting on the door. At 8:30, the door of the pub. As soon as the door opens. Early doors. That first drink is the most dangerous. If you have one, you have two and more. You see, thank you for your time. I will join. I want to say, okay, I mean, you're very positive and finding the fight. Bless everyone, of course, self. Thanks, Lucy. Yeah, everything's tickety boo. Hope you're well as well. Keep eating properly. Keep being positive. Right impersonate. Yeah, my account got hacked. Very nasty. Right. Okay. Oh God, just leave this right person there. Just let him waste his time. It's quite bizarre that people have got the time to do this. It's like these people who stalk you on social media and think, where do they get the time to do that? They must have nothing in their lives. You know, I think it's effort to come on here for an hour. And it is. And, you know, it takes a bit of thought and a bit of process to go on and actually type all these words out for no purpose whatsoever. It baffles me, you know. When I joined the police, you know, there's an inspector there. And I always remember he was quite small, but very well put together. And he said, you'll not believe this, but 99% of the public are pretty thick. And he's fucking right, mate. John, Section 5 was a regular for me back in the day. It's easy for the police to use it. Mouth off. Yeah. One more warning. They didn't get one more for me. Section 5. Blackstone comes from a toxic mind. Yeah, you're probably right there. Blackstone, yeah. Let them just be on here. I think it'll probably... It's actually good for the views, isn't it? Get a few more rat impersonators on. Yeah, it is toxic mind, maybe. That's what it is. But let's not make our minds toxic with the booze. That's the main thing. I've noticed in the shop, so there's more and more stuff being piled up on the doors, and this is just more aware of it. And I know that people tend to be pretty pissed off with life at the moment, and that's going to push them into more alcohol, like I said earlier, which in turn is going to cause more problems for the police, more problems domestically, more problems from family issues and all this sort of thing, and it just becomes worse and worse and worse as time goes on. But it's good to see you all here, and thanks to everybody who come on. I'll do a few minutes and see if we've got any more issues. But you need to look at yourself if you haven't got off it yet and think, I need to look at my own health, my own well-being, because unless you look after yourself, you can't look after anybody else. It's very important. That. I shot myself in point when drunk in front of a woman. I like never being able to face her again. So embarrassing, isn't it? Then he Grandy Smith 504 there. 5405, and there was an incident that made you start eventually. Being told 24 years, don't miss it at all. You have to realise your whole life changes. Hardly. No, a lot of people can't. Calgary, yeah, fantastic over there. Isn't it? 24 years is a hell of a long time to be sober, isn't it? It's absolutely amazing, really. You've done so well. Take it, did you know the locals in the John Snow? Lots of famous used to go in there after doing voiceovers at JWS. When I was in the Met, you met a lot of stars, so it wasn't anything unusual for me, There probably would have been, yeah. I can't remember who they were, but a lot of film people. John, the shitty government doesn't help them at the moment, so you don't mean to involve politics. I totally agree. I've never known a time when people had so little money. It's absolutely incredible, isn't it? You got poverty in amongst the middle earners, really, haven't you? You got nurses going to food banks, crackers. Craig, always remember pressure is self-induced. Not always, Craig. I'm not sure about that one, but sometimes it can be, yeah. But lack of money for families isn't self-induced. It's taxes and things have gone up in price. Blackstone, don't worry about bringing politics in. It's an old chat show, this, But apart from medication, can you think of anything else that would have made you stop before you cough and eventually? Not really. I couldn't stop. I wanted to. I just had this fear of collapsing. That was a problem. Bob, everyone drinks at work parties and gets together. I avoid it. Yeah, get-togethers. I totally get it. We used to do that often. On a Thursday after early school, had a long weekend, massive get together. It's like Thursday club, everyone got hammered. Not everybody, most people did. Stoic, how are you doing? I hear a lot of ex-alcoholics say they don't like Christmas. I love it. Makes me more grateful for my recovery. And me, I don't mind it at all, because at least I know I'm not going to get into a mess. Thanks, Stoic. Crimenia, see, what's this about with the rat people? I don't understand what they want from you. Horrible. No idea. I'm not bothered by anybody. I don't care what they say, really. But I get what you're saying. There are some strange people. I've met millions of them over the years. I mean millions. Jack Riley, what's your favourite cereal? Mine is Weetabix, mint chocolate chip, granola, and some raspberries. Lenny, lots of embarrassing incidents. Oh, of course there are. There's lots of tales of waking up in funny places and all that. Randy Smith, Lenny, I drank myself sober, so I thought, for 3 days. That was it. Never had a drink since. Fantastic, that. To be able to stop like that and do it for 24 years is amazing. Thanks for that. It's impressive. Blackstone, it's all one person making multiple accounts, probably Rick. Oh, see, right. I wonder what he's doing now. He said he got this really weird troll. That's something. The rat people are proper trolls, probably have multiple accounts going around and everyone. They don't really know me. I think it's quite bizarre. The more views we get, the better, really, to be honest. It's good for the algorithm, apparently, wherever the algorithm is. Lenny, do you remember that this maniac Paul Sykes died from the drink? Wakefield criminal. Street drink in the end, boxed heavyweight, lost to Ronnie Gordon. Paul Sykes, no, I don't think I've ever heard of him. It's amazing how many sportsmen get getting the booze as well. So people retire early, isn't it? I retired quite early. That was my downfall, really. John, trying to annoy you. Oh, they do try to annoy you. Yeah. I agree. Just forget about the rat people. Wankers, isn't there? Let's call them wankers. Get rid of them. So it can affect anybody. And the main thing you have to remember is once you're sober, for a little bit of time, I say a little bit of time, a year or so, build on that. Build on it and think, I'm going to try another year now. Because there's nothing better than waking up fresh any morning than Christmas, Stoic Rick is an absolute fraud, very vile, nasty, manipulative, narcissist. He's a strange fella. I'll definitely give you that one. I don't know if he's drunk or he's not. He doesn't come across like an alcoholic. I've got to give you that. Definitely not. So, Ollie, how you doing? How's you coming off it again? Nothing happened with the supposed WPC. Oh, that's good then. I told you, just people make it up. They haven't got time to deal with that. Thanks for letting me know anyway. 12 person, 67 host Jim. Just wanted to drop in. Claimed from under my bridge some rats who claimed that. Who's Rick? Oh, this guy called Sober Start. He's a funny guy. John, he's got this channel called Sober Start. I think it's a Sober Start. I think it is, right? Merry sober Christmas, everybody. It's easier as time goes by. Very true. Very true. Trinker, I'm always surprised how many people are watching non-drinking alcoholic stories on the internet. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, it's bizarre, isn't it? Lenny S. Paul Sykes, there's a documentary on YouTube about him mid-1989. He died in 27. I think in his 50s. Notorious character. Both his sons ended up in prison for murder. Well, yeah, got a beard, John, that's him. Baby offer. This will be my 19th Christmas without alcohol. Best day's work I ever did giving that poison up. Fantastic. That's good, isn't it? 20 years nearly. Absolutely amazing. As I said before, anybody wants to support the channel, please drop a super chat in as it's Christmas. We've been going for a while now. Buy me a coffee links in there. It all helps support the channel, makes it bigger and better, really. And the more interaction we get, more people will be helped. Blackstone, one person will make multiple Outlook email accounts and create multiple YouTube accounts with different names and switch them between them. Oh, so yeah, I'm not technically minded enough for that. It's fun to have one in it. NFI absolutely 100% love being so. It's been like shedding the old skin and being reborn. 100% of it. I love it. Yeah, you feel a different person, don't you? Then John Doe has a big moustache. John Doe, I understand your concern about him. Cheers, John. Stoic. John Doe Rick is a prick. He's created about 9 different accounts under different names. He has conversations with himself, blowing up smoke in his own house while slagging off genuine adults. Yeah, he's odd, like, isn't he? He called me the kissing man the other night, whatever that means. Which my partner and daughter found really amusing. However, just ignore him, don't we? You get found out eventually. We've been found out now, hasn't he? When you're talking about a serious subject which kills people, you have to be a little bit grounded. And he's not grounded at all, is he? John Stoic, that's probably weird. Yeah, he is a strange guy, John. Have a look at it any time. So we read the rat impersonator. Blackstone, do you now feel that was smarter than a rat? Oh, can't be bothered. Rats, let's get rid of him. I'm going to give him a few minutes. Let's get rid of him. Remove. Get rid of him. Anyway, there we go. Only sensible people have got to come on here, really. Troll person, I agree. Right? Not another one. Stephen, hope you're well. Yeah, all good, Chris. Nice to see you. Blackstone, hope it's super simple but very sad. Between these trolls. Thanks, Chris. There's just so many weird and wonderful people, isn't there? Wow, Bloomis, thanks very much for that super chat. Fantastic donation. Hope you're well. And Bloomis says, thanks for always being there, mate. It means the world. Thanks so much. I appreciate that. And thanks for coming on. Thanks for all your support over the time. It makes a massive difference. Keeps the channel, funded, and all that will go towards me. Megan, keeps the lights on. Does that make sense? Cheers, Bloomis. Fantastic! You have fantastic New Year and Christmas and all that sort of thing. Whatever you do, to everybody really, have a good Christmas. It's very soon in the Christmas period, aren't we? Not going to take long. Not going to take long. Lenny, the amount of trolls invading the night is ridiculous. No, it isn't though. It's bizarre, isn't it? Boston, Lenny 754. It's one guy. Oh, I see. Yeah, I've got one guy. Yeah, cheers again, Bloomis from John and the moderators. Oh, thanks so much. Please block these trolls. Okay, we'll get rid of them. There's plenty of moderators on. Get rid of them. They'll not come back because they're hidden from the channel now. So the trolls will be Rick and his cheerleaders, or just Rick and his many burner accounts. How could he bother to do that? So has he got nothing in his life? Well, his dog Chester. God, weird people. I've never had time for people like that. I've never had time to do what they do. I was saying earlier, it's hard enough just to log on here and try and type properly. The mind putting all these accounts on. I've got my fiance to put all these accounts on. I'll put at least one account on for me on. And even that was odd. Probably lives with mummy son. But he lives with mummy. Yeah, you're probably right. There's some funny characters about, isn't there? Especially online. Yeah, it's a funny, it's a weird place. It's so okay. We've got kids, and my daughter's older now, but imagine what goes on with youngsters these days with the internet. I mean, it wasn't around when I was a kid, obviously. Do you know basement dwellers? Yeah, yeah, I agree. Never go out, never see anybody, never deal with any, never seen a fight in a chip shop. Those sort of people. There's plenty of them about. People have got no idea what it's like on the street, no credibility, never lived properly. They're the ones who do all this sort of shit, isn't it? Haven't actually had a smack in the face. They don't know what about real life. And that's a different subject, isn't it? What we're talking about here, but you get what I'm saying. Half-hearted, sad people. Because you have to have a million stories being a policeman in London. You should do a series on that. Yeah, I was thinking about that, but I don't want to sort of go too deeply into personal things about the job. I enjoyed the job. It was good. I like working for the Met. It was a brilliant organisation. But my personal stories are a little bit different to that, because I know that there's a lot of people drunk in the service, but there's a lot of people drunk in the other parts of legal areas and that's construction people, all sorts. In the 80s and 90s, a massive drinking culture in London, in the UK, and it was expected of you to drink. We all drank. We drank with printers and media people, hotel staff, and we all had a lot of drink. The ignorant age, don't let them. I won't know. We'll get rid of them. Don't worry. So, Anne's bought a coffee. Oh, thanks so much, Anne. Really appreciate that coffee. Thank you, Anne. Nice to see you. Hope you're very well and you have a great Christmas. Thanks, Anne. And again, thanks for all the support you've given this year. Stoic, he's a sad, pathetic man-child. He only calls you names because he's jealous of you. Rick is a garden gnome, keep up the good work, sir. Those seriously recall you stay away from social. Yeah, stay away from superstar. That's a good point, that, yeah. No, I find it quite funny. He called me kissing man. So, some people that can go over the top and just be absolutely pathetic. Yeah, so if you all want to get sober, don't watch this dickhead superstar because he can be an arsehole. And I trust Stoic's message because he's been on here a while. And he's been good bloke. So listen to him. Don't listen to superstars. Lucy, them they spoil the positivity. I agree, Lucy. They're just idiots, aren't they? These trolls. Steve McMullen, hello mate. Not been on for a while. Hope you're well. I'm 7 months old. 7 months, but now I was watching you in the beginning, and you helped me a lot. Good luck, Merry Christmas to everyone. Thanks, Stephen. Yeah, good luck to everybody on Christmas. I'll do them every night until Christmas, and I'll do on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day as well, just for an hour or so, just to check in with people because it's important that people are aware of the dangers and how easy it is to just have one or two drinks on a Christmas lunch and go to the pub on Christmas Eve, get themselves depressed, and you hear all this daft music and all that. Drinker's message in there about Stephen. Merry Christmas to you, Stephen McMullen. Thanks very much. There's all sorts of ugly creatures who hover around bright flames. That's a good point, yeah. So we can't control what others say or do. What we can control is our response. Don't allow anyone to jeopardize your peace of mind. That's very true. And always have sobriety as your priority. John, don't cheers, Stephen, mate. Take it easy. Thanks, John. Lewis, what do you eat on the Christmas night here in Denmark? We have duck. I might have duck, actually. I don't know. I've never been really a turkey type person. Interesting that Lewis. I like duck. I much prefer duck than bloody turkey and chicken. Turkey's dry. It's a funny time, Christmas. People buy this nondescript, tasteless bloody meat and have bread sauce, watered down bread on it. Just a Sunday lunch, isn't it? Thank you, I didn't know that. Yeah, the place I've never been to Scandinavia, but I will try it. I've heard it's quite expensive, but it's a beautiful area. I know people have been all over all that area. My parents went to Norway once, but I know it's expensive for drink. Scandinavia, really expensive. But thanks again for your support here, and thanks to everybody. Just a couple of other things. I think you need to, again, what I said about people in care homes, this is relevant to us now because we're able to change things. The vast majority of people in care homes aren't there for any particular illness, as in medical intervention. They're there because they lose their. Just laughing at John's message. They lose their inability to move properly, and the mobility is limited because they haven't got enough strength. So, if you're in a position to walk more, get stronger, then you should do, because that strength and mobility will serve you well. John, do I hate turkey dries and nuns, whatever. I always have beef for best. Story, what nights are you going to live? I'll do every night, Story. The partner's away for a couple of days, just back Wednesday, so I'll do them Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we'll go from there. I think that suits people just for the next 4 nights. At least it'll give people somewhere to tune into, because there'll be a lot of lonely people who've got nothing to do, and that's when you can drift in, as you know, to fall and foul of it and relapse, isn't it? Pork, that's good. I like pork. Nice. Lewis, nice to smell. I smile all the time. It's just that I'm reading all these comments now. Yeah, Doug is very good. So yeah, we'll just aim for January the 1st, when everybody back. I'm going to do these all this week, but what I'm saying is try and just focus now day by day to getting through to 1st of January, really. If you're not sober yet, just try and cut down a bit, whatever. Those of us who are long-term sober, we know what to do. And, keep going. John, I love pork too. I'm going to buy a bicycle. Good idea. Fresh air. Not too heavy on your legs. Leg strength is massively important. And I said before that, the people in care homes are there because they haven't got mobility. You can keep your mobility going, so do it now. There's no time at the present to go for a walk or to actually be in a position where you get a bit stronger. You don't have to go to the gym and lift big weights, Ronnie Smith, I've been a DD for over 20 years. Thanks, John, for getting rid of him. Heard it all and seen it all. I've never been persuaded to start drinking again. No, me. I was once, and that nearly killed me. Bloomington Stephen, do you like Dire Straits? Marked off is my guitar here. Yeah, he actually comes from the northeast of England, actually. Bloomington, yeah, good band. Colin Reid, to cut the booze, lose your social circle period. Yeah, you've got to change it, haven't you? At least change it, so you're not mixing with arseholes all the time. And be mixed with positive people. Mix with people who you know are good. Never take advice from people who don't know what they're talking about. By that I mean take advice from people who've been there, seen it, done it. More day 25 for me. Well done, Mo. Well done. It's really good. I think we're going to wrap it up soon. A couple of minutes. Been on just over an hour. It's been good. A lot of chat, a few new people, a few trolls, but we'll get rid of the trolls. Don't worry about them. Because we'll have a laugh in here, but you've got to be serious about this. It kills people every day, and it's got to be avoided, especially by problem drinkers like us. We can't let our guard down. That's the key to it. Do not let your guard down. And that's what you've got to remember. Sobriety is your priority. If you remember those 4 things, then you have to be, on a winner, really. Sobriety is your priority. Sobriety is my priority. If you turn around like that. Okay, we'll say good night, everybody, and nice to see you. I'll see you on tomorrow night at 7:30. All being well. Nida, that was well, Civic. How are we going to shut off, Nida? But we'll be on tomorrow night at 7:30. Right, Stoic, thanks very much for that. You're a good man, Steve. I'll get in touch. I'll get on when I can. Thank you. Thanks to the moderators. Thanks to everybody who's been on here. Thanks to people who've donated as well. And the super chats all help to keep the channel, pushing. Cheers, Bloomis. Thanks, Ronnie. Just subs. Oh, good man, Ronnie. Yeah, if you haven't subscribed, please do hit the like button. All that, you know what you got to do. Great streams. Thanks very much for that. I don't know, put that on. Thank you to everybody who's been here. I've never seen so many troll accounts in one night. No, well, the more the merrier, really. No, I mean that's a joke. We don't need these spawn things, but boosts the viewing figures, doesn't it? For a while, keeps us busy, keeps me talking anyway, which I like to do, as you know. So yeah, we'll see you all tomorrow night. Have a good Monday. A lot of people will be off work now. A good job there from good work from Story. Chat, don't struggle alone through this time of year. You all matter and all deserve a life free of addiction. 100%. Well done. So yeah, we all deserve a free from alcohol life, an alcohol-free lifestyle, whatever you want to call it. Alcohol-free is the best way. It really is. And Mr. Carjo, Matthew Palmer, anyone else going to know about the Ripton Bruce? Big up Stoke, yeah, it's very true. Anybody struggling, get in touch. We'll come on here tomorrow and we'll try and sort you out. Keep you positive anyway, that's the main thing. You have to be positive with this. You can recover. I've done it, a few others have done it. Stoic's done it, John's done it. We've all battled through it. And to get through it, you have to be strong. To get where we are now, even coming on here, that you've all done, is, you should give yourself a pat on the back, really. Because a lot of people don't want to admit they've got a problem. And I didn't for years. I just carried on as if there wasn't a problem. And there was a massive problem. So anyway, we'll see you all tomorrow and have a nice evening, as I say. Keep away from Soberstar if you want to get any sensible chat. Okay, we'll see you soon. Let me just type this out. I can see these people are like the trolls in type, so I've got to put a light on to try to type. I don't need white glasses normally, only for this. Right, see you soon. I'm going to try and do this one, these little emojis. I can't even get to do an emoji here. Let's hold on. Add emojis. Watch. Oh, that's so. The best I can do is that. I can't even get that on. Never mind. Okay, we'll see you soon. All the best. Take care.